Oh, hello there. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Tony Baghead. As always, it's me. I'm about to stream. It's Thursday. I'm back. I'm feeling good. Hope you're doing well out there. I've had a couple little bits going on. So first off, I want to say, this is crazy to me that this even happens, but this happened like just around when I was prepping for stream. Flame will thank you again for these contributions on my throne wish list. It still shocks me when people do want to donate to support the stream, but I'll be forever grateful. Has contributed more to the Sinden Light Gun pack, which I hope you have not set a goal for yourself to try and fund that yourself, because that is a pricey one, and there's no rush on that. Obviously, always look out for yourself before donating funds and all that. As long as people are watching, enjoying the content, that's I can't ask for more than that. I always appreciate that. But yeah, that's somehow that goal's still going closer. My Scuff Era highlight video still seems to be performing decently well for what it is. Like, you have to remember, okay, so you might not know this. So the channel I uploaded it on is a channel I've had for like over a decade. That the reason I used it was it already had some of my branding on it, and when you want to kind of start a new channel with some of the same names and stuff, it can be kind of awkward. Plus, I knew that some people who would still remember or have like a rough idea of who I was would be subscribed to that channel and all will know about the channel. But the vast majority of views that video has gotten has been from homepage and like recommended browse posts, which is again shocking because it's a channel that does not get regular uploads. Though I have been putting shorts on there for the past couple of months, so maybe that's why. But it like view-wise is doing very well for a channel that again is not active on a regular basis. But yeah, thank you for anyone who's watched that, anyone who's like discovered the channel, who watches live, watches VODs, whatever. It has motivated me to try and get a couple more videos like that out, though obviously they're not going to be long, like overtime videos. There's one I'm working on for July, which was going to be one video, but after I've been did some more trimming yesterday, I realized it's if I want to get a video ready for the 4th of July, which if you know, you know, but to get that ready in time, it's going to be split in half because I forgot how big that VOD was. But if people are going to enjoy that content, then I get into the editing and enjoying it, and I'm more than happy to do that. Okay, only other thing to discuss before we get started is I haven't mentioned this before. Did I? No, I don't think I've actually mentioned this. It actually is my birthday coming up this month. I haven't said when yet. I'll talk about it closer to the date. But I did decide to get myself one thing to treat myself, and I finally wanted to get the stuff to have my PlayStation 2 online. Previously, I had only had the SATA drive converter for a PlayStation 2, and the problem with those is those ones do not have the Ethernet port and the networking stuff built into them. They are just solely drive converters. I don't know why. Finding like pre-built ones, no one seems to make any. I don't know if it's something weird where no one's able to like replicate the technology and make a third-party network adapter, and it's probably like a legal thing that you can't just buy and resell the old ones modified, even though it's, like a 20-year-old product. You have to buy a separate board that you know, like attach and screw in. But I was doing that before stream. I actually had to buy a security screw set, which admittedly was a long time coming. When we opened up that PlayStation 3 and cleaned it out, though I need to do that again at some point and replace the heat gel, that had security screws, and I had to very scuffily manage to open the one security screw using a flathead screwdriver. That wasn't going to work this time, so now I just have like a decent full set, so I shouldn't have any issues with those in the future. But yeah, I've got that set up now, and playing the PlayStation 2 online has been a long time dream of mine. Like, I wanted to do it so bad at the time. Our phone company at the time. Thank you, Low Tier TV. Happy birthday, advance. Don't worry, I'll put some info out on there because I like to do fun little, just kind of like streams, or like, oh, I'll pick something that just appeals to, like, well, no, it doesn't just appeal to me, but kind of speaks to my interests. But it's a few weeks away, so I've got to think on what to do. But at the time, this probably would have been like 2004, 2005. The phone provider we were at the time, here's the thing, even at that age, my parents knew nothing about the internet, computer, stuff like that, so I was the one handling it. My ISP insisted, they were felt strongly about this, that no, we will not give you, you know, we won't even let you pay for an internet connection, broadband internet connection, if you don't have a PC. And I told them, like, well, it's not for a PC, it's for this console. And they were very insistent that, well, it won't work. You need the PC. I'm pretty sure that was bullshit. It was probably just some weird, like, upsell thing of like, oh, we don't want to give people ISP, you know, we don't want to give them internet access if they don't have our software installed. It doesn't happen as much nowadays, but like a lot of the time when you would get early broadband, they'd be like, oh yeah, you need some program that has to go for us or something. I don't know. It was weird. I'm still convinced it's just the salesperson didn't know and was like, if I say I don't know, or if I suggest that it does work and it doesn't, I'm gonna get in trouble. So I'm just gonna insist it doesn't work. So, but yeah, I haven't had the console online yet, but I have done some like file transfer stuff. I like literally used it to move a more up-to-date open PS2 loader onto my freeboot boot card. And just the ability to do that, and the ability to like FTP games onto the hard drives now is chef's kiss. So much easier than having to unscrew it every time and plug in my like SATA drive, hard drive, like power on thingy. So expect, heck, that might be the birthday stream. If I can get everything set up in time, I might just do a day where we just look into PS2 games that still have active online communities, and I'll just like jump through a couple of them, and then if anyone wants to join, because the great thing is you could just use an emulator and get onto them that way, so it's quite easy to access. But having said that, let's get to the main event here. Resident Evil 0. Haha, there you are. Let's see if the game audio seems okay. It might be a bit too loud. Hang on. Let's see. Hang on, let me... I'm listening to the stream back. Okay. I'm mostly happy with that. I'm just going to put it up like... There we go. Okay, so I mentioned this earlier today that I was actually a bit confused about where we were supposed to be going in this game, where we're making progress. Like, I knew overall that we need to get the 2 statues to open up this, to do the puzzle in this main hall here. But where I was supposed to be going, and stuff like that, I had no clue. Turns out, and this, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to complain about it. This game does not show when rooms have undiscovered items in them still or not. So the reason why I didn't realize where I haven't been is because there are items in a room where I didn't go down a certain area, and that's why I didn't see them. And this again speaks to the problem that started to happen with Resident Evil at this time. Basically, from the period after Resident Evil 4 and before the period after Resident Evil 2 and before Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 was this huge success, and Capcom had multiple teams working on multiple different projects, not just like side stuff, but even mainline releases. The team that made Resident Evil 3 was not the team that made Resident Evil 2. The team that made Resident Evil Code Veronica, it was mostly outsourced with some of the key people from Resident Evil 2 as creative directors. Another team was working on Resident Evil Gun Survivor. And then another team was working on what was originally going to be the Nintendo 64 game Resident Evil 0. And then eventually it got moved off the platform because it was like, yeah, this for what they were trying, they found the hardware too limiting, and we played through that N64 version of Resident Evil 2. That is a miracle of engineering that game even works. Okay, so we're going to put these away. Also, I'm going to put this away. Okay, and I think that'll be good. But the main thing I'm saying here is, as much as this, specifically the GameCube original, but the shared assets and this being built off of the work of Resident Evil Remake, this is...
Okay.
Oh, yep, I'm gonna get the buttons wrong.
Roger.
Not all of the design of Resident Evil 0... Sorry, all the design of Resident Evil Remake carries over to this. Even though we've got some, like, similar HUD and things like that. Obviously, there's already the departure of, being able to list items and this, like, menu that shows you where items are. But the way the map works, where, yeah, there's no indication of if a room... We have an indication if I've been in a room, but it doesn't tell you if you found all the items or not. And I noticed as well that it shows locked doors before you even find them, which is odd. And I don't remember if Remake does that. I want to say it doesn't, but I could just be misremembering. Okay, but I did some exploring, and I did look at Evil Resource just to figure some stuff out. Okay, can we... Oh. You know what? I'm going to try and get past this zombie without getting bit. I feel like I should be able to run past him. I might need to unequip the shotgun, actually. Because you have better run speed, usually, with without any weapons equipped. It's that, or I've got to bait the zombie into attacking, dodge, and then run past. But yeah, already, like that is a major complaint for me. Like rooms not highlighting, because obviously they highlight items that you manually look at. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's the... Because, yeah, once they start their attack animation, they can't, like, start a new one.
Let's split up.
Roger.
Let's regroup.
Okay.
Sorry. Because every time we play one of these, and this is another thing that's the weird thing about going through all these Resident Evil games, every time we play one, their control layout is slightly different. So, I keep getting stuff wrong. So yeah, it was this room. This room has stuff in it that I never picked up. And items don't show up on the map unless you manually examine them. Oh, great. My controller decided it wasn't gonna work anymore. Okay.
I'll go check over there.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a reason I did that. And it's because, and this bothers me because this fucked me over. This is where the shotgun is. And I should have picked this up. Because that would have made the boss fight a lot easier. I'm going to leave this because from what I understand, this shotgun is better. And there's, you don't really want to keep the other one. Like, even just, like, having both of you with a shotgun, that's not really beneficial. Yep, that's not what I was checking. There's the black statue. There we go.
Let's regroup.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's anything hidden. No. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, ideally, the hunting shotgun, you pretty much only use a little bit for the scorpion encounter in the train. Because I think even damage-wise... Oh yeah, we could just... There we go. I'm hoping... I haven't I haven't figured this out yet, but I'm hoping that Rebecca... Yeah. I'm worried that, like, if she's too far behind, if she'll actually, like, come through a door with you or not. But it looks like she always will. Okay. Round we go. Oh. Remove the statue from the scale. Yes. Am I not allowed to take the white one off anymore? Hold on, Rebecca.
I'll check it out.
Okay.
Okay, no, I think this is just... Oh. Okay, well, never mind then. I thought I knew what was going on. I need to find the other win. If I'm not allowed to take this off... Oh yeah, that reminds me. Oh yeah, I forgot. Copy... I want to make sure the mod, the Ironbox mod, is pinned. So if people want to see. I'm sorry, but I'm going to look this up. Okay, kitchen. Yeah, we just got that. We can't go in there yet. Uh-huh. Okay. 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 I'm gonna try my best not to look at
Let's regroup.
Roger.
the guide stuff again. But and again, it's weird. Maybe it's only the Nintendo 64 version, but the Nintendo 64 version of Resident Evil 2. Oh, fucking come on, controller. Oh. I don't think it's the cable. I think it's specifically the USB C or micro, whatever it is, on the controller is the problem. Yeah, the Night Saw is...
Let's split up.
Okay.
Come on.
Roger.
Okay, so that's locked. Okay, I will look at this map again. Okay. Okay. Oh, well, there you go. There's stuff... Yeah. This is my fault, because I haven't played this game in a week. And there's a ton of stuff that I forgot. Okay, okay. Now I shouldn't have to look. Okay, so what is the route to get here? Okay, let's head back this way. I think I'm actually gonna leave Rebecca behind for a bit. Sorry. This is on me. I've got to find somewhere. Something is like slightly hitting the cable, I guess, and that's causing it to interrupt the connection in a way that doesn't doesn't detect that the controller's being unplugged, but disables it. Okay.
Let's split up.
Roger.
Okay, so we're gonna split up. There we go. And I need... No, I don't need that yet. Oh, no, I do. I do need this. Okay, and then... Yeah, give me that. There we go. Okay. Okay, so apparently there's a clock in a room that I did not realize was for something. Okay, so... This is the one thing that is nice about playing stuff like Resident Evil 2, the like... What was that? Was that 2019? No, I don't think it was 2019. The like modern adaptation is that... And heck, even Silent Hill was doing this at the time. Weirdly, Resident Evil wasn't. Okay, I'm gonna equip the shotgun because I think I need it. Where puzzle things would be marked on the map. So you didn't have to try and remember where stuff like that was. And that's the issue I'm having right now. There's a lot of the like puzzle things. Oh, damn it! I thought I killed all the crows here. Oh well, I've got healing on me if I need to use it. There we go. See, like, no wonder I missed this. There's a solidly built clock. A minute hand is missing from the dial. Oh. At some point, it's like, do I have to open this controller up and, like, replace the port on it? You know what? No, but I think I have a memo. $8.15. There we go. I remembered that. Oh. This is an awkward way to handle this. Can I just... Couldn't have just given me... I guess it's a little quicker than if you had a... There we go. Oh, and that door up there. Okay. That's kind of funny. I'm trying to think if another Resident Evil does that, where they show you doors that aren't in the room you're in when you unlock them like that way. Okay, oh yeah, back this way. This should help me with running past the crows, because I'll be quicker. If you're ever going back to, like, old school Resident Evil, and you do want a tip, usually it's like, okay, if you're just navigating and you know what enemies are in what areas and you don't plan on fighting them, usually you're best to unequip weapons, because you do move faster without them. Like, I think even with the handgun equipped, you move slower. You definitely do as Chris in Resident Evil Remake. It's very common in that playthrough to almost never have the handgun equipped. Unless you, like, know you're gonna fight. Because he's, slower than Jill. See, that's the problem. There's, like, multiple clocks. So, like, trying to remember, like, where the right clocks were. Oh, this is the wrong door. Okay, this is good to remember, though. This is the water motif. Oh, welcome back to the stream. Caleb. Is it Caleb? Caleb or Caleb? Kellogg's? Welcome back. Had a bit of a rocky start because I realised I did not know what was going on in the game because I haven't played in a week, but we're good now. You know, I've got to figure out what I want to do Saturday, but there's a chance I might just play more this Saturday so I don't forget where I'm going. Okay, I'm actually going to leave Rebecca.
Okay.
Oh, never mind.
I'll check it out.
Roger.
Yeah, I'm going to leave Rebecca here for now. I don't want to risk her, like, getting hurt. And I don't think I'm in a situation where I need her to save me. Yes, I know. Scary Leechman. The only thing we're missing out on is, like, I could use her to... hold items. Yeah. No, we don't have to worry about Crimson Heads in this. I believe this is like... Oh, what the fuck? Oh, fuck you. Never mind, I guess. I guess if you get the exact right angle, it's a guaranteed kill. Okay, I've got to come back with the projector slide. Is there anything else in here? I must need the projector before I get the item in here. It is, though, really annoying not having the map show if there's items left in a room still, though. Heck, if I thought there was a mod for it, that's something else I would mod in. But I don't recall. I did look through the mods, and I didn't really see anything like that. Outside of this one, and maybe some others I don't remember, almost all the mods were visual ones. Okay, so... yeah, you can have the handgun ammo for now. I did talk to some people who did not approve of me using Iron Box mod, but I have no regrets. It feels like so much more natural, and everything kind of just gels well, where you can put stuff in an item box instead of just filling a room with like 10 to 15 items and having to run around and find them all. Because that's the alternative. That's the one of the huge problems with the whole lack of item boxes. Shit. Fuck. It's... hey. I wish at least the game would fucking pause if it detected the controller wasn't working. Like, if I unplug it, it should pause the game. Whatever. If it keeps happening, I'll have to swap over to my wired 360 controller, but the D-pads on those are kind of shitty. It's a picture of a room somewhere. Alright. Oh. Okay. I didn't realize I'd already inserted the slide. I've done this in a completely wrong order. I have to go to that other room I just opened, and there's going to be another slide in there. I do remember this puzzle now. Oh. Thing is, I don't actually want to kill that guy, because once I do this puzzle, I don't have to go to this side of the building ever again. So it's actually kind of a waste to even use the fins on him. Like, arguably, I probably shouldn't have killed the zombies in that room, but I probably would have took more damage if I had left them alive. A verse of poetry. The moon bows to the earth. The earth swears loyalty to the sun, and the great law of the sun governs all things. This itself is the keystone, a pointer to glory. All our hands cannot open the door to heaven. Speaking of, let's see if we can... Okay, no, we're gonna have to... I think we're gonna have to shoot here. At least... Okay. Yep, come on, guys. Oh no, I did this wrong. Okay. That's good. I'm going to check one thing quick. I just want to know. No, okay. I just wanted to make sure this was not one of those rooms where there was like handgun ammo in a bookcase. I could have done that cleaner and I've only killed one of the zombies. But whatever. Hey, Rebecca. Oh, sorry. Again, I think this is a problem that the developers realize, because there's an extended moment. There are like multiple moments where you're forced to play as Rebecca on her own. And it's solely because, like, otherwise you would never play as her. And you're incentivized not to. Okay. 1, 2... There's something written on top of the picture of the seats. Oh. Got a floppy disk. Got the Mo disk. Okay, so it's a picture of that. Nice. Microfilm image. An image resulting from overlaying microfilms A and B. Numbers appear on the seats of the conference room. Good, good. The label reads Security System version 1.02. It probably used to activate some sort of security system. For area 1, 2, 3. Don't carry out. Okay, so it's more like a mini disc. It's not a floppy disk. Alright. Okay, so I know where I'm going, but I don't actually know what... Oh, there we go. They have a similar gimmick to avoiding attacks from Nemesis, where they only attack with one of their arms, so you need to kind of run on the other side. Okay.
Let's regroup.
Okay.
I'm going to take it with me just in case. Thing is, I want to be careful and not use too much of the shotgun ammo. Okay. Security system is locked. Please insert system disk. Aha, I have the system disk. Now load in. Complete. Please enter the passcode 0A. There's no input device nearby.
You stay here.
Okay.
Alright, so what I'm going to do... Let's look at that picture again. 0A. Alright, 0's there, A's there. I'm going to leave Billy up there. Because he might need to examine the computer again. There we go, go around here. 0, is there an A? Oh, no, okay. I actually need him to come down. It's one of those time puzzles again. This also feels like maybe a punishment for, like, splitting the characters up too much. Okay, what did that do? Oh, there we go.
This way.
Yeah.
You stay here.
Okay.
Look at that, we've got a... Oh, let me look at the map. There you go, that route's open now.
Come on.
Okay.
I'm actually going to take it with me at this point. Because I might need the inventory room. I'm curious if this also opens up... Let me check the map, actually. Oh, it has. Yeah, look, that door's open there as well. Okay, please, Rebecca, have followed me. I'll be pissed off if you didn't. Oh. There we go. Again, fixing out our, like, lack of, Oh.
I'll check it out.
Okay.
Fix our lack of handgun ammo, because I, like, used way too much in that boss fight. Legitimately, I almost ran out. That's how tight it was. Hey, Incriven. The funny thing about the limited save thing is actually, like, it turns out, they, as long as you're frugal about checking everywhere, they give you tons. Okay, I think I need Billy for this, because he can push better. So let's get a mental picture of this. Okay. So those are there. Those are there. Hang on, sorry. Okay, I think I see what I have to do. Okay, I have to... Okay, this is the part where this old school control scheme doesn't quite gel with the mechanics. But I've always been insistent that block pushing doesn't really suit 3D controls. Hence why Silent Hill... What the fuck? Why? Are you fucking kidding me? Well, how was I Oh, and I haven't saved for a while either. Ah, oh, fuck's sake. Okay. To be fair, we can probably optimize what I was doing better. Can you even avoid taking damage there? Okay. Nope. Yeah, we are legitimately back where we started. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. We can make this work. Nope, that's the wrong button.
Let's split up.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna split up. I'm gonna go get the shotgun, the statue, and the gasoline that's in here. There we go. Some artful dodging there. I'm sorry about that. That's on me. I'd done quite a lot and did not realize how far I'd gone without saving. I was hoping not to get grabbed, but... Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, well. No, fuck it. I don't need to kill every enemy. It's weird how many gasoline canisters I've picked up, but I've only picked up a tiny amount of the bottles to make the Molotovs. Okay. Okay, we're gonna put that away. I'll take that with me. How do you get your camera where it's just showing you and not your background? Oh, so I'm green screened in. It is it is not easy. I have 3 separate ring lights, and I probably don't have them set up optimally. But what I do, it's a very scuffed method, and it's probably not the best way, and it's probably I need a better webcam to do it. And yep, it happened again. Controller just stopped working. Hold on a sec. Let me just get this game paused. There we go. What I do is I make a separate scene of just my camera feed. And then I color correct it to get the background as one tone as possible. I chroma key that, and then behind it, I put a image of like just a flat, typical green screen color. And then I put a filter. I put 2 filters on top of the scene. So the first filters are just on the camera feed. Then I put a filter on the scene itself. One is just a chroma key that will remove the new green I've put in. And the second one is a filter to color correct all of the color correction stuff that I did with the camera feed to make it look good. I might actually be able to show it quick. If I go to here and I turn off the color correction, it doesn't look too bad, but it comes out like a bit too bright. So I darken it a bit to kind of make it look closer to how it should look. But it is a weird method. I think if you have a good enough camera, you don't need to do it. And mainly, it's based on tutorials I found online that were like, oh, here's a good way to get like a more crisp chroma key effect in OBS. But the main problem is, as well, I think I need to iron out my green screen and put some pegs on the back wall in the bottom, because I don't think it's held taut enough and it will have creases. Also, I think I need to iron it to try and get it as smooth as possible, because that helps.
Okay.
Oh no, don't follow me. That helps with you know, you want the background color to be as consistently one tone as possible. That's why I have so many ring lights, because I needed to make sure that like each bottom corner is light enough. And mainly, I'm over here quite a bit. Normally, when I'm in this view, the stuff that's over here you don't see very well. That's the part I have the most trouble with, because that's technically the corner of my room, and that's why I had to put like another ring light here to just light the back corner here. You need a lot of lights to do green screen stuff, it turns out. It's not as easy as it looks. And mainly, my only chroma key experience before this was when I used to make YouTube poops, and you would use chroma key in a completely wrong way, where you would like filter out the most randomest colors, and you were doing it to kind of layer like 50 is a bit tough, but like a couple video elements on top of each other. Back when like we didn't have like masking and key tools to kind of make cutting out like people or some random element in a video easy. You'd have to do it all. You'd either have to do it by hand, frame by frame, or you would have to like do weird chroma key stuff. It was very wild. It's kind of a fun thing though, because it was very. A lot of people who were doing YouTube poops, like, we weren't classically. I guess that's not the right thing, but we hadn't done like college or university studying in video editing or guidebooks. You were very much using the programs in unintended methods. It seems like a lot of work, but once you have it set up, it is quite easy. The only thing that's annoying is that my camera's like default exposure and white balance settings. Other people have this. They reset to default anytime you turn the computer off. So I have to make sure that I don't have any like auto white balancing stuff on, because that would mess up the green screen. Because that's gonna change like, you know, what color green's behind me. Also, in general, again, when you're using like chroma keying tools in video editing, those are more powerful and can cut stuff out better, because those are pre-rendered as opposed to live. It it's a lot more work to do something live, so it tends to be a lot more simple. Maybe there are some, like, plugins that make... Oh, again. Oh, I forgot I'm at low health. Oh. Oh, this has been an amazing stream so far.
Resident Evil 0.
Ah. The thing is, I don't want to waste ink ribbons saving after every step of this. Because it would be a waste, saving like 5 times to get through this bit. But also, nothing wastes time like trying to save time. That's on me though, I forgot I'm at like orange caution. I really should have healed after that first hit. Nope.
Let's split up.
Roger.
Okay, we're gonna split up. Okay. I should be amazing at this section after this stream. I figured out how to bait this zombie pretty well, at least. And I should be able to do these rooms in an order. Well, I don't waste as much. There we go. That's the thing, I think, just, we've avoided that zombie so many times so we could talk about it. The thing that people don't realise about avoiding enemies in this is that, yeah, you're not supposed to fight everything. There are ways to make them predictable to get zombies past them. That once you... You know, I'm not going to get into it. I feel... Oh, where is it? There we go. But the game is set up in a way where there is tools you can... Ah. I fucked up royally there. Why does that happen sometimes? I guess the headshots are random, or it's the angle. Like, you have to be dead center on them. There we go. The thing is, I don't want to reload that gun and then have extra shells left in it, because then I can't use them. They're waste, you know? Okay. There we go. Yeah, I think that's something that people don't realise, that a lot of getting around zombies is drawing them to locations and just getting around them. Okay, so... You take this. Oh, the thing I was going to say, so... What a lot of the issues with green screening is that if your camera, like what you're filming, is too dark, digital cameras do this, like, I forget what the name of it is, but they like dither and break up darkness into squares. You can see it a bit on my top because I'm wearing a black top, which is not great for digital cameras. they kind of like don't know how to interpret stuff that's too dark. Okay, so I think I'm going... Yeah. All I need to do is if I get hit by either the crow or the bugs here, I'm just going to heal before... If it's just one hit. And then we'll be okay. Okay, while we're doing this repeat content, I mentioned it on previous streams. You know, there's been Silent Hill news. Now's the time, if any, to talk about it. Because, you know, it's classic survival horror. There's some association. Every time they show this Resident Evil 2 remake, my low expectations get lower. That might sound hyperbolic. It's not. That's legitimately how I feel. When I saw the reveal, I was like, oh, this is worrying. This doesn't look right. Then the combat trailer came out early this year, and I was like, okay, no, this is done. Okay, heal. Hey, welcome back, Flame Wheel. Hey, mega thank you. I saw you fucking mad lad. You gave me another donation on that Cinder Light Gun goal. Means a lot. Just, you know, don't make that your mission to try and fund that all by yourself. That's a lot of money to get that stuff. So, but still, I appreciate it. It means a lot that people want to support the stream monetarily, and hopefully, you know, help create content in the future with stuff like that. Okay, good. Oh, I like you can see the empty shells bouncing around. Oh, I forgot the... She had the fucking clock fin on her. Okay. Once I come back to this room, I'm gonna save. Because I don't want to lose any more progress after this. I should be fine taking Rebecca, because the only threat is the crows. And I think as long as you, as soon as that room loads, you run forward, I shouldn't be hit. So yeah. Silent Hill 2 Remake was shown. It was very worrying. Because it was already being presented as like, hey, we're fixing Silent Hill 2. This game that we constantly say is renowned and is peak survival horror. We're fixing it. We're modernizing it because and making it more approachable and blah, 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 blah. And Blooper was saying stuff about like, oh, you know, fixed camera angles are kind of shit. We're going to go something more contemporary. It's like, fucking, you guys put out a game with fixed camera angles. Like, what, like a year before Silent Hill 2 got announced? And then they showed the combat trailer, and it looked like a really bad Resident Evil 4 remake with melee combat. Like, so tonally off. There's other issues with that original reveal, and I have a really... It's old now, but surprisingly, like, still relevant video about the remake on my VOD channel. It's called something like Old Man Yells at Silent Hill 2 Remake or something. This recent reveal at the State of Play and the extended one has only worsened my fears. Because what did we see? We saw that there is a bunch of changes that don't make sense if you're trying to tell the same story. And the developers and Konami are super insistent that, oh, we're telling the same story. We know how important it is. We're keeping the original vision. And then they show Angela in the graveyard, and the graveyard looks different. for no discernible reason.
Come on.
Okay.
Angela looks different. Also, the facial animation. Okay, the facial animation in the reveal trailer was very over exaggerated and overacted. I have a feeling that that trailer was mostly pre-rendered because the facial animation in this new one looks terrible. It looks broken. It looks straight up broken. Everyone is memeing on that shot of Angela that looks like a fucking Mass Effect Andromeda NPC. And some people are falsely assuming like she's modeled to look that way, but you can see in other shots that she doesn't look as weird. She still looks Ron for what her character's supposed to be. But what's happening is the animation that they've captured is not going on the models properly. It's moving the models in a way that those models are not intended to. Which is weird because tech exists to put a facial capture onto a model that doesn't match the original actor's face. That's what current Resident Evil does. That's what Devil May Cry 5 did. Those don't have that problem. This is explicitly something with their tool set, with the way their animation works, that looks off. But also, I know it's an old game. I don't want to spoil anything for people. And yes, I agree, Coxwar. Bloober should not have been headed that remake. Like, their track record only proved that they were the wrong team for it. They've never made a survival horror game before. They've done a terrible job tackling the sensitive and mature topics that Silent Hill does. Their attempts at horror are most of the time goofy and predictable and unintentionally hilarious. They've also had issues with plagiarism in the past. And then when they did make The Medium, which if you've you don't have to play, but The Medium is a very on-the-nose homage to Silent Hill 2, to the point where it literally has fixed camera angles and puzzles and character archetypes copied directly from that game.
Let's split up.
So it was like, oh, okay, you tried and failed, so we know you guys aren't good for it. And then they get fucking announced. Also, it really bothers me that before this remake got announced, Bloober basically lied and were like, oh, if we get hired to work on an existing IP, we don't want to be limited by the original, like, rules or story. We only want to tell our own stories. It's like, well, that was a fucking lie. Because that's exactly what you're doing. But Angela, one of the really important things with her character design is that she is meant to be a teenager, like, or young adult. It's kind of debatable exactly where, but she's supposed to feel like she could be between the ages of like 16 and 19. But she's meant to look and have the voice of someone older, and it's because it's meant to represent, and this is a thing that does happen to people. You can look up like World War survivors, where people who go through really traumatic events and like years of like abuse and that kind of thing, traumatic experiences, PTSD. Also, it can happen with certain like drug abuse and things like that. Will age you at a rapid rate. It does happen. That element of her character is completely gone. She sounds like she sounds like she's got the voice of someone in their late teens. She looks like someone in their late teens. And like that, it completely, it's like, okay, you're super insistent. This is what bothers me the most, is that in all the trailers, in all the interviews, they're like, oh, we're doing the original vision. This is the original vision with just a modern paint of coat and like camera design. And it's like, well, no, it's not. You're actively lying. Because the character was originally meant to be older. It's literally stated so in the making of documentary that came with like one of the European releases. And granted, you know, not everyone's going to have access to that thing, but you can find it online. And surely, like, if you're working on a remake, one of the first things you would do is watch that, because it's got interviews with the developers literally explaining, like, the character was designed this way. Here's, like, Sato specifically, he was the character designer, and the guy in charge of the pre-rendered cutscenes goes on this long thing about Angela's, like, age lines around her mouth, and how, like, her animation is meant to look uncomfortable, like, her face, like that talking is alien to her almost. Like, she's meant to have this kind of skinwalker vibe to her. Also, I nailed that fucking room. I didn't take a single shot. Picked everything up, didn't get hurt. That's it. That's the annoying thing sometimes with these games, is that if I'm, like, talking and not just focusing on the game, I do better. I have to, like, not focus too much. Okay, before I go that way, I think I've got one more microfilm in our fake item boxes. Yep, there we go. But there's other stuff as well. Like dialogue that's been added to scenes that is way too obvious and on the nose. That's like, it feels like it was written that, oh, let's add a line so that if people didn't get this scene originally, oh, well, they'll get it now. And it's like, well, you don't need to do that. And other stuff in... So, I'm just talking about the Sony State of Play one. They show a boss room. It looks completely different. There's like a boss encounter they show. The boss looks the same, but the arena you fight that boss in is not the arena that boss is supposed to be in. And that original arena is soaked in so much symbolism and metaphors. It doesn't make any sense to change it. It's bizarre. And then when they showed the extended stuff in the transmission, we saw that a bunch of stuff's changed. Like where you encounter monsters, the designs of buildings and rooms. And I want to make it very clear here that I'm not saying the changes are bad changes. Because in some cases, they are negligible. Some of the changes are bad. Don't get me wrong. But I'm not saying, like, oh, moving this encounter automatically makes it worse. Ah, oh, that's on me. I shouldn't have done that. Whatever. I'm not going back here. I don't want to waste the ammo on those guys. But you can't claim that you're trying to replicate the original vision. Like, oh, we're doing the developer... Like, what the developers were going for back in 2001. And then change a bunch of shit. Because it's like, well, no, it's not their original vision, is it? Just to say it. Just say it's not their original vision. It's fine.
Come on.
Okay.
Like, just be honest. I won't... I'll criticize those changes if they're worse. Because ultimately, I think as an art piece, I don't think that story and presentation and dialogue acted like stuff. I think the way Silent Hill 2 is the way Silent Hill 2 is meant to be. Granted, I think from a gameplay perspective, there are minor things you could tune. I think the hard mode needs a balance patch. I wish there were like a couple more melee weapons. I think the camera in the final pyramid head fight is bad. Which maybe that's arguably what they were going for still.
I'll go alone.
But I think they could have done a better job. It's minor stuff like that, like changing damage values or speeding up like the transition between menus and gameplay. Stuff like that. Making some of the obscure unlockables that took like 20 years to find. Oh, 2D, they changed it. Okay, let's look at the memo again. And then we've got stuff like, oh, Maria just has a completely different outfit. And though they didn't show up much, she doesn't seem to have the same personality anymore. And again, I don't want to spoil stuff, but that stuff was so important to what she represents, what they're trying to say environmentally and about James and about the world and stuff like that. And there's also some, like... Okay, this is going to be a spoiler thing here, but I have to mention it. So, for a very important reason, no one besides James is supposed to be able to interact with Maria. I won't say why, but it's an explicit design choice that no one else sees her, no one else talks about her. And I don't mean like, oh, she'll be in the room and the characters will say, oh, I don't see her. I mean like, no, literally, there's no situation where James and Maria are in the same room as someone else. And that was a very intentional choice. And in the transmission, there's a scene that like goes against that. It's like, okay, if you're messing up this stuff, you're gonna mess up, like, what aren't you gonna mess up? If you... Because this is stuff that... Like, I'm not, like, a Silent Hill expert. I really like Silent Hill. But I definitely, you know, there's some stuff that... about the symbolism and the meaning that I've got from people doing analysis. Like, you know, I'll look at different opinions on stuff, but... You know, there are definitely people who know the lore better than I do. As much as I do know a lot, there are people who could fucking tell you, like, oh, here's every solution to this puzzle that can be pulled from the random generator. Stuff like that. But some of this stuff is, like, surface level stuff that it's like, okay, well, if you've played Silent Hill 2, you'd know basic stuff. Like, that Maria's outfit and look is meant to be very specific. And hey, this making of documentary explicitly states that Angela is meant to look older than she is. And interviews with the actors and stuff like, and the original writers and directors, Jeremy Blaustein, for example, has done like a lot of interviews talking about like Owaku. He was the original writer on Silent Hill 2 and 3. He co-wrote Silent Hill 1 and he was the main writer on 2 and 3. But you can find stuff from Blaustein talking about like Owaku's vision and like how important his script and writing is and things like that. Also, like, I have an art friend who pointed this stuff out, and I agree with her. Something is up with the character models where they all have giant heads for the proportion that their bodies are in. It looks like someone... And this is more hyperbole, because I'm not saying this is exactly what happened. But it looks like the bodies and the heads were done separately. And then they've been stitched together. It's a chessboard, yes. It's ended in a checkmate. Okay, I'm gonna finish up my Silent Hill 2 thoughts because I think I need to concentrate for this a bit. But also, the combat looks so janky. It looks so bad. First off, it's like, it's way too actiony and intense. It looks like I said, it looks like Resident Evil 4 Remake, but with more melee weapons. And they're going for like dynamic camera kills and QTEs and like screen blood spatter and effects on the screen. People think the QTE button prompt stuff's been removed. It hasn't. They've just disabled it for the trailer. Maybe they saw the feedback and they've made it so it's optional. But obviously playing without that stuff is going to make it harder. It just shouldn't be in the fucking game, though. All I can think that happened, right, here, is that I moved Hmm. Is that the way I moved the castle piece? I always forget the names. Is the problem? Oh! Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. That's why. There we go. That explains it. But the animation looks so... It looks bad. There's a lot of, like, it looks like... Okay, it looks like they took motion capture data, and then they're using, like, procedural animation to make, like, parts connect where they're supposed to. But then it just looks weird, where, like, body parts and animations are being, like, jolted where they're supposed to go. Like, it literally looks like, oh, fit, like, pipe, it needs to hit head, so find fastest path to pipe. It looks awkward and jittery and robotic. And then it also, like, there's in that reveal, the full extended trailer, there's tons of, like, James warping, like, James and the enemies he's fighting, like, warping into, like, pre-can animations. It actually looks like most of the combat is just context sensitive, like, executions. Stuff like using a shotgun and then in one frame it just turns into a pipe because there's, like, a quick pipe button. So you're doing, like, fucking weapon change combos, and it's just like, this is totally not what this is going for. It feels like they're trying to make a Resident Evil style intense action game with melee combat. It's like, well, yeah, don't. It's Silent Hill 2. And, knowing Konami, I don't know how much of this is Blooper and Konami. They probably need both some amount of blame, but I would not be surprised in a couple of years' time someone at Bloober comes out and says, yeah, that was a specific mandate that we had to emulate the Resident Evil remakes because those sold well. And I get it, because Silent Hill started out as Konami asking a team to make a competitor to Resident Evil, but that's not the end product we got. It's very much always been its own beast in terms of its story and style and horror, and it's not a series that's, it's apples to oranges. Just because they're both survival horror doesn't mean that you can take the like modern adaptation style that Capcom's done with Resident Evil and just apply it to any Silent Hill game and it will instantly work. Like, there's more going on than that. Silent Hill does things that Resident Evil doesn't. But yeah. And I don't, it's, unless that game gets, like, a massive, like, 1 to 2 year delay, it's not gonna get fixed, because here's the thing, I'm sure Bloober and Capcom are seeing how divisive it is. Some people will say that it looks great. The only praise I can give is that their environmental artists are really good at their job. I don't know how much of that is Unreal 5, but, like, yes, they're really good at like making and rendering environments. I can't really talk about the design too much, outside of just, I don't know why they felt the need to change layouts and streets. Like, why they couldn't have remade levels 1 to 1, or at least as close as possible. There doesn't seem to be, like, any attempts to do that. Like, little stuff of just like, hey, the hospital for some reason now has a staircase leading to the entrance. Why? How in universe, how does someone in a wheelchair get here? Remember, Silent Hill the town is supposed to be a real town that is populated and running, but obviously magical, like, satanic stuff has happened there, and now crazy shit like Silent Hill 2 happens. But in lore, in canon, the town exists, it's real, and things actually happen there. And not And you can't just bullshit of like, oh, but everything that James and Angela and Eddie experience, none of it's real. Because like that's not, we know from developer quotes and interviews that that's not the case either. They've explicitly said that's not the case. Like, yeah, reality can be warped, but it doesn't just suddenly make it so like no one ever sees the real world when they're there. But, you know, or reality as everyone else experiences is the more accurate way to put it. But, you know, some people are just saying like, oh, everything looks great. Some people think the combat looks good. Some people think the character designs, they're like better, which is, you know, obviously it's subjective, but it's like the point of a remake claiming it's representing the original vision is to be the original vision. So if it's not doing that, then objectively it has failed the task. If it's good or bad that it's done that is subjective, but objectively you have failed your mission statement. You know? And I imagine like, you know, the split of that like there are some people who just don't know enough about the original game or don't have quite a discerning eye for quality or don't really respect the original game but claim to love it, are going to buy it still, are the ones giving the positive feedback. Like, I've seen people who I like typically trust on opinions come out and be like, oh, this voice acting is amazing. Silent Hill 2 had some of the worst voice acting in video games ever. And it's like, no, it didn't. No one was saying that in 2001. People didn't start saying that shit until the fucking HD collection, where fucking people at Konami successfully gaslit everyone into believing that the original voice acting was bad, when it was like miles and decades ahead of where video games were at the time. Yes, the characters sound weird. They sound like something's wrong with them. Guess what? There's something wrong with the people in Silent Hill 2. That's the point. James is not okay. Angela's not okay. Eddie is not okay. The only character who, and even Maria, you could argue, is not okay. But I don't want to go into why, because, you know, that would be spoilers for anyone who does want to check out the original Silent Hill 2, which I highly recommend you do. Don't watch my old playthrough. It's way too rough. One day I might restream it, but I've played it too much recently where I think I need to like come with it with fresher eyes. Heck, maybe when the remake comes out, I'll just play the original and be like, hey, look how better this is. Anyway, but I don't know. There must be some people working on that game, seeing like how divisive it is, how some people are really upset, and all the things they're pointing out's wrong. And they're like, well, we can't change this. We got to finish this game in like what is it, 4-5 months? I think it's 4 months. We don't have time to like completely redesign characters. We don't really have any intention on replicating the original script. The thing I'll say about the voice acting is so much better than the HD collection, but I do not think the actors are 100% successfully emulating what the original performances were intending to evoke. I think they do in some cases. I think James, at least in the stuff they've shown, doesn't sound as dissonant and absent, you know, like emotionally removed from the situation as he should. He sounds a bit jovial at times. A bit too kind of like comfortable and friendly with the situation. Angela, I don't think it's quite as good, but I think it's not bad. Maria, we've not seen much, but she doesn't feel like she's trying to replicate that performance at all. But that might be bad direction, because I'll give the actors credit compared to the HD collection. One of the things that really bothered me about some of the interviews that actors did for the HD collection is they went on and on about how, oh, we're being forced to do the re-recording because one actor, which, spoilers, was never true. Multiple actors had signed on asking, you know, saying that, hey, we never signed contracts. You guys have violated copyright. You should, like, pay your dues for, you know, copyright violation before making this remaster. Like, it was multiple actors from Silent Hill 2 who were objecting to it. It wasn't just one of them. But also, it's like, oh, they're forced hand. Oh, but also, like, here's all the things, like, the issues with the original acting anyway. So it's going to be so much better when we do it. We understand the source. Not only did they claim to, like, understand the source material, they claim to understand the intent of the creators better. Like, specifically, one, and I don't want to say his name, but without everybody says it, but someone who worked on the voices on their personal website had this huge blog post about how, like, oh, Angela sounds wrong, James sounds wrong, Maria sounds wrong, Mary sounds wrong, and this is how they should sound. Which is nuts that happened. Like, the hubris of it. How are they supposed to sound? How they fucking came out. Even if the fucking people who made it don't agree, art is abandoned. How the art piece came out is how the art came out. And, you know, like, artistic intent, it matters, but how an artist feels about a piece of media the second they're working on it versus a day later, a week later, years later, like, will never be the same, because you're not the same person you were in the past. That's just not how humans work. So they're always going to look back on things and not feel the same way, have different opinions about it, yada yada yada. And the actors at the time also very insistent, like, oh, I'm not trying to, you know, replicate anyone's performance. Spoilers, only one, you know, there was only one performance of these characters at the time. And the characters were very much designed around the actors playing them. Oh, but I'm just playing the character. This time the actors are, you know, actually saying, like, you know, we're trying to replicate this original performance. The David Tennant, and they specifically say the performances. I don't think, at least from what they've shown, that the actors necessarily have done that. But also, you know, like, they're going off of direction. The actor doesn't have the final say in how it comes out, you know? And they can't one-to-one replicate how that original game was recorded. It's impossible. So, you know, there's going to be limitations in trying to do that anyway. But, you know, I'll give them credit that they're at least, you know, there's earnism in that, even if it's not necessarily coming out in the final product. But I could probably talk about it for another fucking hour, but we're playing Resident Evil 0 here. We'll complain about this game instead. And this is Marcus's journal. We finally did it! The new virus! We have called it the Progenitor. I want to carry it back and start detailed investigations immediately. March 23rd. Spencer says he's going to start a company. Well, I don't care. As long as I continue my research in the Progenitor. Well, then you do care then, don't you, mate? He can do whatever he likes. August 19th. Spencer keeps asking me to be the director of his new training facility. Maybe it's because of the business, but he's becoming intolerably pushy. But maybe I could turn this to my advantage. I need a special facility to properly explore all this virus's secrets. A place where no one will get in the way. November 30th. Damn that Spencer! He came to complain to me again today. He thinks of Progenitor as nothing more than a money spinning tool. Fool! But if its influence continues to grow, it can only be bad for my research. If I'm to properly develop Progenitor, I must strengthen my own position too. Yeah, that was what Umbrella was about. Like, that's the whole thing with these viruses, was to sell them. What else are you going to do with them? You're not doing them to, like, cure cancer or some shit. At last. I've discovered a way to build a new virus type with Progenitor as the base. Mixing it with leech DNA was the breakthrough I needed. I call this new virus T for Tyrant. October 23rd. It's so good! I can't hope for real progress experimenting on mere rodents. Only humans can be proper mammalian subject for the experiments. Otherwise, I'll never make any real progress. Oh, that's a good sign. Someone seems to suspect something about my experiments, but perhaps it's just my imagination. Well, if anyone does get too close, they may find themselves unexpectedly assisting in my research. Again, it's Resident Evil. It's always been this cheesy and goofy. The idea that someone is, like, openly writing, like, down threats of, oh, I'm literally going to kidnap and kill people and torture them. and I'm gonna, like, make all the evidence available, so if it ever leaks out... At last, they are ready, my wonderful leeches! Those of low intelligence, they will never have the privilege of tasting this sense of joy and satisfaction. Now, finally, I can move against Spencer. Soon I'll control everything. January 31st. The devices I set to protect my work have been disturbed. It appears someone came looking for tea in the virus. In the leeches. Fool! No doubt the work of Spencer's group. February 11th. Again, I found evidence of tampering around the entrance to the labs. If this is what they're after, I must find a suitable way to deal with them. Perhaps I should have William and Albert smoke out the pests. Those two are the only ones I trust, apart from my beloved leeches, of course. But Spencer, it wouldn't end there, would it? If I announce tea at the next director's meeting and collect my just rewards... And he doesn't finish. What reward? Oh, hey, I made this horrible virus that turns people into flesh-eating monsters. Oh, good job. Oh, but you don't want to make money from it? But, you know, that's why I love Resident Evil.
Roger.
Stupid stuff like this. But, again, this is what I mentioned about, like... I mentioned this in part 1. That some of the... like, prequel story editions don't really add too much, or in some ways kind of, like, make the lore a bit more stupid. Though, funny enough, I think the whole, like, progenitor stuff comes up in Resident Evil 5. That, like, oh, it's, like, ancient excavated stuff, and that's how we discovered it. Like, that lore actually does come up in Resident Evil 5, I believe. Though I don't think they really talk about the whole leech stuff anymore after it. Also, I don't know why scientists would be like, oh yes, of course, leeches, that will fix it. Oh, really? I'm calling bullshit on that grab. They gave that guy a gimme there. Sorry to get on that Silent Hill 2 stuff for too long, but it's like, there are so many issues with that reveal. Especially this time, because they showed so much of it. Also, there's the fact that they're doing, like, pre-order bonuses and PS5 exclusive cosmetics. That, like, you know, it's like, oh, here's a goofy Mirror the Dog helmet. Here's a cardboard pyramid head. And it's like, you shouldn't... That would be cool unlockables for, like, repeat playthroughs. But the fact that, like, oh, if you pre-order the game, you can do this. And have these scenes talking about, like, incredibly, you know, sensitive topics about PTSD. I can hear someone. Where are they? Oh, there you are. I fucking hate that the headshots just, like, don't work sometimes. I guess it must just be chance-based. That's all I can think of. Let's see. I'm gonna take these from her for now, just to make some room. But it's... You know, there are a lot of people who, rightly so, have a lot to criticize about how this is not replicating the original vision, and that whole kind of premise is a lie. Oh, well, I don't know if I needed to do that, but I've done it. The shell contains some medicines. They're too old to be of any use. You know, something I'm curious about. They're all manufactured by Umbrella. If the shelf contains assortment of medicines, too old to be... Okay, that bothers me. Something Silent Hill always did better was that the kind of like, oh, examine prompt text felt more personally written to the characters. whereas Resident Evil tended to have like kind of clinical reading on stuff, even though it was like clearly meant to feel like the character's internal monologue. I just want to check something. So it's kind of filled with a green chemical. It appears to have neutralizing effect on poisons. Alright. Okay, finally we can sort out the statues in the main hall. But there, again, and this is the last thing I'm going to say on it. I said I was done talking about the remake, but this is more general thing, and I did make a big thread about this on Twitter, but I think it bears repeating. Is it really bothers me that most of the praise that this is getting is always done via backhanded statements about the original. It's like, we can't praise this unless we tear down the original game with it. Like, everyone else is saying this acting was better, this character design was better, the combat was better. They have to go like, actually, like, hey, your history's wrong. Silent Hill 2 was always shit. It was barely playable. Like, bullshit like that. And it's like so disrespectful, and it's weird that it's being presented as like, oh yeah, we're people who are huge fans of this thing that you don't actually seem to like, because you just constantly talk about like how bad it was, and it's outdated and antiquated and other generic like terms about like of its era, but in a way that doesn't mean anything. It's like, yeah, if the only way you can, like, praise this acting and this design and stuff like that is to say, oh, the original shit, so in comparison, this is great. It's like, that's such a disingenuous and disrespectful way of looking at it. Because, you know, again, as I mentioned at the start of that thing, we have all these developer interviews from the era and stuff that, for example, like Masahiro Ito said since on Twitter, where they've explicitly said, like, yes, these things were intentional. This is what we were going for. This is the meaning behind this. And then suddenly, oh no, actually, none of that's true. Everything that people like about Silent Hill 2 was an accident. Or people are delusional. And they've just, like, gaslit themselves into thinking that original game is good.
Okay.
Even though it's constantly held up by the industry and pundits as being this like peak of the genre and psychological horror in general. It's just, yeah, it irks me so much. It's like, it's just, maybe you just don't actually like Silent Hill. And you've just well, you know, oh, everyone says it's amazing, so I must like it, right? It's a semi-related thing, but it reminds me of the argument of, oh, developers should make a version of Bloodborne where I have infinite health and I just get around and look at stuff, and it's like, hey, if you want to do that, go ahead. But you don't actually like Bloodborne then, do you? Because that's not what Bloodborne is. Bloodborne isn't a walking simulator. It isn't like a visual novel. Like, the way the game plays, the struggles you go through, like, that's an intentional thing. Yes, there are some accessibility things that could be fixed with that series. Well, sorry, with that game and the other From Soft games. Let's see. Yeah, I want to take that out. But yeah, that kind of thinking has just always bothered me. Oh, wait. I did this wrong. Billy is a dumbass. He can't mix herbs. Again, if those rumors about this getting a remake, or I should say adaptation, because the modern Resident Evil things aren't remakes, the inventory stuff and weird limits of like, oh yeah, Billy can't mix herbs, and Rebecca is like got so little health that she's basically not worth playing as, like that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's stuff that they should address. Alright, I want to exchange these because I kind of want to save those in case, you know, I need the poison heal later. All right, let's go down. But yeah, I always hate when praise of something that others are critical of has to be done at the expense of the things that people like. Of, hey, here's this game, you know, like, this is based on this game, and here's this new thing that's different and changing things. The exact same thing happened with Devil May Cry when that, the reboot was happening. You know, I think that's one of the few times where the spiders have actually been, like, a threat. No, I guess they are a bit more of a threat in Resident Evil Remake than they are in the other games. But in a lot of the games, the spiders are just so easy to run past. But yeah, with DMC, it's like, oh, how are we going to make this reboot sound better? Is we're going to have developers and the press just talk about how shit the original games are. It's like, remember, you're essentially insulting the media that your audience likes and saying that they're dumb for liking this stuff. Oh, the thing we're making has changed, that's better. So, people who we're making this game for, you're wrong. Like, it's just wild that we've apparently learnt nothing in that decade since. Alright. Correctional Institute inmates list. Matthews K, deceased, disposal complete. Midge D, deceased, disposal complete. Keith W, preserved a specimen. Savage C, that's a cool name, transported to research facilities. Royce M, transported to research facility. Davies A, preserved a specimen. Clark A, transported to research facilities. Ellens J, transported to research facilities. Terrence O, deceased, disposal complete. Kate A, transported to Arclay Laboratory. That's the mansion from Resident Evil 1. Jerry O, deceased, disposal complete. Scott S, transported to research facilities. Oh, damn, this is long. Mitchell F, transported to research facilities. Kerry T, transported to Arclay. Roberts A, research. Transport individuals to be deleted from the records. Well, didn't do a great job of that, did you? Okay, how much inventory room do I have? Okay, well, we've got a safe in here, so I can just put stuff away. How about that? Almost like the game's way better if you can put stuff in a global item box, huh? Almost. Almost, huh? Hang on. Let's see. Let's look at the map. Okay, so this is considered a new area, so we don't really have anything right now. Oh, and another ribbon stack. There's a typewriter. Before we do that. Yep. Exchange. There we go. There's our map. Oh yeah, this goes for quite a while, this basement bit. This bit's quite big from what I remember. Here, we'll save. Let's save as Rebecca, why not? Mix it up a bit. Okay. Oh, yeah. Gotta put that away. Because here's the big thing about not having item boxes with the ink ribbons. Either you carry them around with you and make them into one big stack, or you just leave them next to the typewriters you found them at. That's basically all that happens if you don't have item boxes. Here, I'm going to make sure you've got that equipped, Rebecca. Just in case she actually needs to help out. Okay, let me just... Oh, okay. I know which part this is, I think. Okay. It's a large air vent. Rebecca reaches student B soldiers. Give Rebecca a boost, yes. See, this is what I mean by, like,
Almost there.
they do this whole part of the
I
thing,
could be of service.
but then they
Time to
constantly
go
split
inside.
you up and force Rebecca to go on her own. Because they knew that people would not play as Rebecca otherwise, because she's too weak. Like, how much damage she takes. Oh, yeah. Also, it's kind of funny to add all this to Rebecca's backstory, because she doesn't, you know, none of this gets brought up with the STARS team that she meets Resident Evil 1. Like, all this crazy shit she did. Power supply control panel. Adjust the panel, yes. Okay. It's one of these. This sounds dumb. Okay, I don't think this is the solution. No. Okay. Curious if we could figure this out by maths. But I'm pretty sure this is just a... Oh, there we go. Okay, okay. That does help a bit. So I'm actually going to go down. Up. Down. Up. Up. No. Close. This last one definitely has to go up. Okay, I'm going to try something quick. Down. Down. Then I'm going to go up. Down. Okay, no, that's wrong. Okay. Let's try up, up. Down. There we go. There we go. We got it. Yeah, this is trial and error, this puzzle. Like, a little bit of maths, but you could also just randomly hit switches to get that. Oh, hi. Oh, okay, that randomly turned the steam off down here. Funny. Fair enough. Oh!
You are wasting your time. I have already claimed this place for myself, which means you are trespassing. And I am very territorial.
Oh, here they are. Oh, monkey. Good. Actually, a good thing I brought the shotgun with me here. I think. Oh.
It just doesn't make sense. Do you honestly believe this to be the real identity of that crazy young man? Impossible. But if somehow it is true, then
It's kind of... Okay, I'll talk about after this cutscene.
The old conspiracy against Dr. Marcus is revealed. Mr. Spencer's career will be...
Oh, hey, that's the lab from Resident Evil 2.
So, the time has come at last.
What are you going to do?
I will simply say goodbye to Umbrella. The biological weapon utilizing the T-virus has almost been completed. Our only remaining task is to acquire combat data.
You can't be serious. I refuse to abandon my work. I have finished the research on the T-virus, but I need a little more time to complete the more powerful G-virus.
Do as you wish. I will follow my initial plan and lure the STARS members into the mansion. Their superior combat training should make them perfect test subjects.
Fine. In the meantime, something must be done about that madman. As I recall, URC is equipped with a self-destruct device in the basement.
Okay, I have a lot to say about
Set it
this.
off and annihilate the place to nothing more than a mass of rubble.
I like you timed that, William,
I can't.
with the door.
Hold on.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't have given her the shotgun. Okay. So, you don't typically get cutscenes from other characters' perspectives. Like, oh, here's villain stuff going on. It's kind of odd. This is a problem with this game, is like these 4 sequences where characters will be carrying stuff, and then you'll lose access to them. And there was like no warning. You know what? I actually am going to reload the save.
Resident Evil 0.
But also, the dialogue there is really funny. It's like, okay, first off, it's giving knowledge to the player that the characters don't have. I guess because the way they wrote the story, Rebecca and Billy would never find out this stuff about Wesker and William. And granted, like, it would not make sense if Rebecca knew about what's going on with William. But also, there's a scene where those two are saying, oh, we know who that young guy is. But for some reason, i.e., you know, because it will spoil it to the player, we can't say who he is. We have to keep referring to him as that madman. It's like, you know who he is. What are you talking about? Okay. But yeah, it's probably the criticism I would give as well. Of like, yeah, some of the story writing in this is just awkward. Okay, I forget if there was any items in this room. We can't rely on the map to tell me. I have to just... No, there isn't. Okay. Yep, large air vent. At least we could skip stuff. A huge cardinal sin for a survival horror game is having cutscenes that you can't skip, because the nature of the game is that you're going to be loading saves and redoing stuff. Due to the recent lightning strikes, plus also like these games are typically designed for repeat playthroughs, so you don't want to watch cutscenes every time. Silent downpour. Due to the recent lightning strike, the power regulators continued being operative. It wouldn't really matter about the power, except for the fact that the boiler room equipment is on the same grid. The equipment is on the rundown. Okay, so that's why. If you wish to exit IC, yeah. So that actually does tell you why the boilers turns off when you do this. Not that it makes much sense, but... Okay, if I remember right, this was down, down, up, down, up. Or it was up, up. Okay. No, I've done this wrong. It was up, up, down. Okay. Yeah, up, up, down, up, up. That was the pattern. I find it interesting, the MO disc puzzle, that the solution changed between saves, because it wasn't a new playthrough. It just changed.
It just...
But yeah, it's very weird. Okay. I could be wrong. I think I have to go all the way back up and then go through the steam. But we'll see. Okay, so run past the monkey here. I'm curious if I need to go into this monitor room or not. Might as well check. I don't actually know if you are on the time limit on this or not. Okay. Can't I put the door is busted? Okay, no, I think this is the wrong way. I think that just connects to the room that Rebecca fell in. There we go. I'm pretty sure we have to go from where the steam is. So I need to go... Yeah, this way. While holding on to my side. Oh! Oh, like you do. Yep. I knew you were going to get up at some point. Okay. Okay. I'm not pressing the map button, but that's fine. Yes, I know. Wasn't that slow, Rebecca? Come on. It's kind of hard to tell because it looks like it doesn't look like she fell that far, but she actually fell like an entire floor. Minnie, off, off, off. Minnie, off, 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 off. No, off.
Thank you.
Off.
Don't mention it.
Sorry,
Just give you
guys.
my word.
Minnie,
You promised to cooperate with
off.
our unit was ordered to Africa.
Oh, I
to
fucking
intervene
skipped
in
the
the Civil
cutscene because
War.
of that. No, move.
Our mission was to raid a hideout of some guerrilla forces located.
She just randomly decided to sit on my computer. She's like, oh, I'm just going to sit on your air vent. Okay.
The hideout was far away from our entry point.
Basically, we just missed Rebecca going like, why'd you save me? Tell me what happened. I don't believe that you're a bad guy.
Others were killed by the enemy.
You? Come here, Minnie. You're not supposed to sit on my computer.
Survived.
You're not. Here, there you go.
Only there was no guerrilla hideout.
What do you mean?
The idiots in charge had us operating based on wrong information.
There.
But we couldn't just go back home empty-handed, oh no.
There.
Our leader ordered us to attack an innocent village.
Such a chill cat. Just... I wish you'd stop climbing on my computer and sitting on it and getting it dirty and thinking that the air vents is somewhere to sit. I don't know if it's that she likes it, like if there's warm air or cool air that comes out of it that she likes. Because it's not... I don't think there's a fan there. She just sits where the... I don't know. There. Oh, is that nice? Okay, let's get you down because you're getting caught in my headphones.
So did you execute those innocent people?
There you go.
Forget about it. Doesn't matter anymore. That was then, this is now. Besides, you said you wouldn't judge me.
I'm not judging you, but it does matter.
There, Minnie.
Look, now my people think you killed those MPs in the van, but I don't think you did. It was those zombie dogs, right? When they attacked the van, you were able to escape. Isn't that right?
You don't get it. I've only got two choices left. Either report to the Marines and serve out my sentence, or keep on running for as long as I can. That's all.
Alright. So, folks. I don't know why Minnie decided to do that. Here, Minnie, sit down. There you go. Luckily, we do not have to worry about her turning the computer off because I have made it so that that button doesn't do that anymore. Ink ribbon. Let's see. Avoid the product of scenes collapse. I wonder if you can get down there. It's a wooden box. It looks like it's once filled with gunpowder. Okay, well, we are going to save here. We did get through that encounter without taking any damage, so... it's worth it, honestly. That's the thing as well. Because of this original game having no item boxes, they basically have to give you way more ink ribbons to accommodate for it. Like, it really feels like a game where they're constantly having to fix problems that they caused. Okay, you equip that. You equip that.
I'll check it out.
Okay.
Come on.
Roger.
Alright, we've got some monkey business to deal with. God, I want to be careful about it. But it reminds me of reporting that came out about a whistleblower who, an Australian whistleblower who served with the Australian army in Afghanistan. It's like, Billy's backstory there is surprisingly... It's truer to life than you would think. Jesus Christ. I know that looks simple, but like I almost got grabbed there. Like multiple times. Okay, okay. Let's not go this door yet. Oh. 6 souls imprisoned within the chains of death. Rekindle the flames of life from the spirits of the weak. Oh, yeah, this riddle. Okay, so if you look here. I dance freely through the air, capturing a legless prey. No amount of cunning can match the speed of my supple limbs. My sharp wit allows me to bring down even the greatest horned beast. I am the king of all I survey. No creature can escape my grasp. And I creep on my victims in legless silence and conquer even the mightiest of kings with my poison. And then I stand tall on the earth with horns proudly displayed. So we've got to do this in like the life cycle order, basically, I think is the puzzle here. So, and then there was one about horned beasts. I think it was this one? Yes. Okay. No amount of cunning can match the speed. I dance freely through the air, capturing a legless prey. Okay, so I think it's horse next, because I think it's no amount of cunning can match the speed of my supple limbs. My sharp wit, yes. Yeah. Horse beats wolf. And then cougar here gets the horse. And then the snake see, I like riddles and puzzles like this. Haha! Very cool. Alright. Let's see what we've got going on here. Let me just get a look at the time. Okay, not the smoothest, but how are we doing? Okay, you've got a heal. I think I might have a first aid spray in storage. Management Trainee's Diary. I'd rather use that because that's got the blue herb in it. What is it that Director Marcus is researching all the time? And what is this weird interest in leeches? Interest? Seems more like love at times. Rumor has it that there's something dangerous about those leeches. It is true that when Dennis just touched one, he got ill with a fever. Again today, there were those horrible moans beyond that door. That sleeping dogs. No way I'll go near them. Even if the director ordered me, I don't want to end up like Dennis. That poor bastard. Scratching and scratching makes me itch just watching him. Must maybe go. If can, but who? Dennis gone, I go hungry. Oh yeah, help mum. Yeah, it's the prequel to Itchy Tasty. It's a wooden box. Various gadgets and gizmos. Oh no, it might have been a waste coming in here. I don't know if there is... You know, I am going to check. Because these are the kind of rooms that they'll hide stuff in. So I'm currently here. Nope. This was a trap, basically. To be fair, much like the original Itchy Tasty room. And, you know, while I'm doing this, why am I getting pinned? Oh, that's why. Sorry, I moderated Discord and we've had a big issue with people getting their accounts hacked and spamming like server links. They're like, yo, wet hot sexy singles. Shit. It's annoying. There you go, Minnie. She settled down now. I don't know why she randomly was just like, I want to sit on the computer or your desk. And what's even more annoying is no matter how much stuff I put on top of them that should make it obvious that there's no room for her, she'll still be like, nah, well, that doesn't... She doesn't seem to get the concept of no room. I think what it is that despite, you know, starting out as a small kitten and growing up, she hasn't really picked up that she's not the same size. She seems to sometimes think she's still as small as she was when she was a kitten. And so she'll do stuff not realizing... The grid wooden desk drawers are ransacked. Not realizing that she's actually too big. And stuff like sitting on desks and climbing on top of things. She's not like one of those cats you see online where they'll purposefully knock things off tables and things like that. She's very well behaved, actually. It's more just not realizing that she's knocking things over. Okay. Okay, now we'll go down, but I am going to go back to the typewriter and sort my items out. Yeah, man, this part would be especially annoying without the item box, because if there was any item stuff you'd have to go do, you'd have to go find out where the fuck you left stuff, and you probably left it at the training facility's like main room. Okay, so first I'm going to... Hold on, we'll keep that on me for now. Oh, okay, I don't have a... Nope. I don't have a herb spray. But what I might do... I might just full heal with these greens. There you go. There you go, Billy. You know what? It might seem like a waste, but I'm going to save after that. I have 13 of these, so that's fine. And again, because there's no item boxes, pretty much every time you find a typewriter, you'll find ink ribbons near it. So I'm not too fussed about using them. Like, heck, we've already saved 13 times. We have 13 more. I don't think we're even halfway through. But I remember, this is quite a long game as well. Like, this is longer than Remake, I'm pretty sure. Alright. Okay, it's... I've actually been able to start streams at 9 o'clock now. I might be at the point where I can consistently promise I'll be live at 9, which is nice. So that might be the plan going forward. Oh. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, well, she's fine still. Maybe I should unequip a handgun just to make her faster. Was this worth it? Okay, yes it was. I actually don't know if there's like an assault shotgun upgrade. Let's see. Appears to be a key for a locker. Okay. No, no text on it. Okay, so I'm going to be going forward and right. Oh, I mentioned earlier about potentially replaying Silent Hill 2 on the stream at some point. Just so I have like a decent captured version as opposed to my old scuff stream from years ago. At some point, I do want to replay Silent Hill 3, which I also streamed my scuff era, but I specifically want to go through on hard mode. Like hard combat, hard riddle, like I did for my Silent Hill 2 playthrough back in a while. We did normal because it was legitimately like my first time playing. So I didn't want to do hard on stuff. Oh yeah, okay. I think... Yeah, this is weird. Check this out. So we got the case in there, right? And we just got that key. It's locked via a combination lock. Looking closely, you notice the numbers 385 written on the corner. The puzzle solution was literally on the item. Now we have handgun parts. I actually don't know who I want to give these to. Equipping these on a handgun, great increase of guns, firing precision. Yeah. Because if I, for some reason, need Billy to use this handgun, I can just... There we go. That has been fitted with a scope. These modifications should make it a bit easier to hit a target's weak point. Okay. Yes, but Rebecca, pick up the handgun ammo. This is normally not that much of an issue in Resident Evil games. Like, trying to pick up items, they normally give them quite big hitboxes. I've noticed that with this one, that sometimes it's, like, way too awkward to pick stuff up. Oh, sure. Magnum ammo. This, one of the parts is missing, rendering it useless. These weapon... Yep. No, I think we're all good there. Wow, that's literally one Magnum ammo there. There's a control panel here. Press a button. No.
You stay here.
Okay.
Here we go. We got a puzzle here. Okay. See, this is a cool character switching bit. And heck, there's some stuff in Resident Evil 5 that feels inspired by this. Okay, what does the center button do? Press the button, yes.
Battle sequence initiated. Locking door.
Oh! Oh! Oh, shit.
Battle sequence complete.
Oh.
Unlocking door.
Oh, I'm still fine, though. That was messed up, though. I don't know if you could have avoided both hits there. There we go. Got the facility key. I find it interesting that there were, like, extra buttons to press there. Oh, okay. Oh, yes, the water key. Okay. Maybe you could have gotten that item without opening the door, the cages? Like, maybe if I press the left and right buttons? I don't know. Yeah, take those.
Let's regroup.
Okay.
Making progress, though. Yeah, I just want to check that quick. Can we even activate these buttons anymore? Nope. Okay, they've just disabled them. Okay. You know what, let's examine this. Unity. A tablet depicted in the night, the word Unity is inscribed. There actually is, like, way more text on it. I think it's the big speech that Marcus makes earlier, but we can't actually read that part. Okay. So now we're just going back up, because we've got the key. We don't need to be here anymore. Though we can explore that monitor room. Why do you keep getting hit there, Rebecca? It's like they're specifically targeting her and not me. There we go. Unfortunately, she's still at caution though, but it's not too big a deal. I have to try and remember where that green chemical fin is. Oh, I see it. There is a red herb here as well. So what I'm gonna do, combine these. Pick that up. And then I'm gonna... See, this is the nice thing about the leave function. And why I still think, like, oh, if we had this along with the item boxes, that would have been the better choice. And maybe, who knows, maybe there was a technical thing where they couldn't have done both. There we go. So if I do need to heal poison, but I don't want to waste a full heal, I've got that. Okay, so now we're heading... Yeah, back here. There we go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure as long as Rebecca's in follow mode and she's not too far away from you, I think she just warps with you when you get to places like this. Yeah, use the item box. Okay, so yeah, we're... Put the magnum ammo away. There we go. Let's see, is there anything else? Yeah, I'm actually going to... I'm going to take these with me, because I'm worried that I'm going to need them soon. I am going to save, though. After that, little training sequence encounter. That's not one I would like to repeat. Alright. But yeah, this item box mod, it really feels like it fixes item management issues. Oh yeah. Okay. I need to go into that monitor room now. Yeah, you see where that blue item is. I don't have... There's nothing, I think, in that other room. Maybe a monkey's in there. But there was, like, handgun ammo and some other stuff in that room. Mm-hmm. Rebecca? You could have helped me there, love. You didn't, but you could have. Wow, I'm still fine. I got like double swiped by the... I forget what those enemies are called. Hunter. I think that's like a Hunter Alpha or something. It's slightly different than the Resident Evil 1 version. Okay, how am I doing on handgun ammo now? Nice. But yeah, I don't think there's any benefit to going through that door. So I shan't. I shan't and I won't. Alright. I actually want to go for quite a bit more. Rebecca, what are you doing? I have her set to idle, so she... Maybe I need to unequip a handgun more often. Okay. Let's just make sure you're not poisoned. No, but you are at orange caution now. Okay. Which makes me think I might need to leave her behind. Just to be safe. Okay. Also, with the whole, like, leave item thing... If you leave, it leaves the whole stack. You don't have any way of, like, splitting a stack up. And if you try and... exchange... Yeah, that's how you split a stack up. It's such an awkward way of handling it. Like, you can't just split a stack up if you're on your own. Okay, let's look at this map. Okay, I don't... maybe I shouldn't leave her on her own. That room there, that's probably where we have to use the headstones. You know what? I am going to leave her on her own.
I'll check it out.
Okay.
I am going to keep with the shotgun, though, because there's a good chance that there are those monkeys all over the place now. Because once you get to a certain point, which original Resident Evil does this too, where like more powerful enemy types will start populating older rooms. Also, you can hear there's a ton new enemies there. Use the water key. Wow, it was literally just for this door. Funny. Right. Alright, well... We'll just go one room at a time. Clear things out as need be. These papers look like they once contained images of something, but they're long since deteriorated beyond use. Oh, are you kidding me? No! Attack! Attack! Fuck you, game. That's not cool. Why is this attack animation so slow? Yeah, that's fine.
Resident Evil.
Oh,
0.
okay. Okay, here's what I'm actually going to do. I'm not going to take Rebecca back down with me to go get the stuff from that room.
I'll go alone.
Roger.
Because literally, I'm only going down here to get the gasoline and the stack of bullets. If she's gonna get, like, poisoned or hurt, there's no point bringing her. Jesus Christ, enemies. He's still fine, though. And, yep, shotgun ammo's worth taking. Okay. You know, maybe I shouldn't even bother fighting that specific leech. It's just you attack so slow with those bottles. It's pretty naff. Right. There we go. Use the item box to put these away. There we go. There you go. Showing this as well, you know, leaving stuff behind sometimes is a good demonstration of why this whole system can be so annoying. Having to, like, back up and down to pick things up. Yeah, the thing I do remember about the mod tugs is I don't think you actually have to be that accurate. It's just that there's a really big wind up with the attack animation. Use the water key. Don't need it anymore. Throw it away. It's still weird how much gasoline I have, but I've only found 6 bottles total, I think. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? No! Why? These guys are not fun to fight. Okay, you know what? I'm not fighting that one. That sucks.
Resident Evil 0.
Okay, well, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go back down. You know what? Maybe I'll do that later. You know, I'm just gonna go get that stuff later. I don't need it right now. Ugh. There we go. So you know what? I'm actually gonna put these away. But straight up, like, those are the...
I'll check it out.
Roger.
I believe the Molotovs and maybe the flame rounds are the only things actually effective against the leech. Despite how an earlier cutscene presents it, if you try and use a handgun, you just create more leech, like, individual leeches on the ground. Okay. I'm just checking something quick. Hold on. Okay. Okay. So there is one thing in this leech room I need. Weirdly, a zombie actually spawns here later in the game, but at a point when you would not need to go back in here. So I don't know why that even happens. Okay, so yeah, I just need to run past him. Or it, or them, whatever it is. Yeah, take the vice handle, and then... There we go. See, this is the trap with some of these old Res Evils. Sometimes you think you have to fight, and in most cases, like, no, you really don't. Okay. This is a cool room. Oh, yeah. Okay. The piano's covered dust, but it looks playable. Play piano, yes. What? This, okay, I know I would. Because I'm musically inclined. But I like the idea that the characters in this situation would see this piano here. And there's like no hints, no afro or nothing. And just go like, yeah, you know what, I'll play that. Obviously, this is a Resident Evil 1 thing. I think that's also the problem with this as well, is that so much of what this game does is just directly borrowed from Resident Evil 1. Okay, so we've got a bottle in here. And we've got Magnum ammo. And we've got that, which I don't want to touch yet. I need to bring Rebecca with me for that. Yeah, I'm going to take it. And I'm just going to move it. Hang on. I get the feeling I'm going to need the vice handle. So I don't want to drop it yet. I actually want to do a speed test here. Nope, that was the wrong button. Is she, like, a lot faster? Okay, she's faster without the handgun equipped. I don't think it's as big of a difference as Billy gets. Which, again, would make sense, because that's kind of the whole Jill and Chris thing. But yeah, you need 2 people for this bit here. That's annoying. Oh well. Alright. Take the battery, yes. Yep. Just like before. The solution here, though, way easier. Just for fun's sake. Oh, yeah. Because she can play piano, but she's not as good. Oh. I forgot. Funny enough, that gave me gave me a trophy. Achievement. Okay, so I have to send Rebecca in there. Yeah, because the whole thing with playing Moonsight's Sonata in Resident Evil 1 is that she has to practice. But Billy just happens to be classically trained piano player. Wait, how is my health? Okay, I'm on orange caution again. Man, it really is Rebecca is the reason why I'm going through health items so quickly. There we go. I don't know this piece of music, so if it's original or if it is another classical piece. I'm not that well versed when it comes to classical music, though. I do like some Chopin. Okay. She's got the battery. So I think what I'm gonna do right now. Yeah, I'm gonna take the bottle. There we go. Yeah, take that.
Let's regroup.
Okay.
I don't know if any of these rooms over here have typewriters in them. That was cheap. I'm sorry, but that was cheap. Oh! Oh! I just call it how I sees it. Still fine, though. That just shows you the difference between the two healths. Oh, fuck you. There's a massive poster on the wall, and I'm not allowed to read it? Oh, that pisses me off. She's probably going to be in fucking danger now as well. Okay, no, she's not. Luckily, that attack does not seem to do a lot of damage. Okay. You see, look. Why would you not be able to read this? Yeah, see, the more and more I get into, like, the granular details of this game, the more and more I see why it's a bit of a mixed bag. Okay. We're going to equip this. And equip this. Nice. Okay. You know, I'm fine with that. Because it means I didn't take any more damage. Aha. Wow, these things are heavy. Obedience. Okay. Various tools and measuring equipment lie on the table. Various machine parts. What could they have been building? Alright, now we just need to get past... Oh, we've got one more room to check out, then we're going to get past this leech. Guy again. Thing is, I think we need, like, one more tablet. Okay, almost all equipment looks like it's badly worn. So what I'm doing, I'm just getting stuff tagged on the map here. So I don't forget it's here. Okay. There's some laboratory equipment that's in view of any interest. Hang on. Okay, I know what to do here. Nope. I could have just used it. Which I think this is like the first game where you can use items instead of just picking them up. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think Remake had that. So, I don't want to do this too often. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm not missing weird items hidden anywhere. Okay. I don't want to... Okay, so I think what I'm going to have to do here... Because here's the thing. I don't want to have to come back to this room. And deal with potential enemy spawns here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the red... And then I'm going to combine it with this here. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. Alright. And then... take the battery back again. And Billy's been hit a couple of times. So I'm just gonna use this green herb. Oh, okay, so you can combine without having to pick stuff up. Okay. I should remember that. But yeah, he was probably not far off from getting into yellow. So interestingly... oh, the front door's open too. Oh, okay, I've got to go out there next, I think. I know that door up there is open, but I think we're going to check out the front door first. Oh, you weren't there before. That's a fun gimmick that the leech enemies can... it's... oh no, it's a new guy. What? You didn't get hit. Did you just run into the leech, Rebecca? God, after all that... see, she is a glass cannon. That's like... not even a glass cannon, it's just glass. It's not even that's the thing. I think like Billy has a higher headshot percentage. Okay, we're not gonna go up there yet. I need to get stuff put away, so the battery, however, I believe is used outside here. So first we want to... actually, I want to keep that out. Yeah, put that away. I'm actually going to put this away. Yeah. I think that's a good idea to leave those 4 hills in there for now. What is up with this menu? You see? It's like... this might be an issue with the mod, to be fair. But it wasn't letting me, like, take one at a time. There we go. Oh no, I could just swap to Billy here. I think I'm going to save, though, after doing all that. Even though you could have done that more optimally, I think that's the best I'm gonna do. Especially the amount of restarts I had to do at the beginning there. Oh yeah, I need to put the ink ribbons away again. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do for a bit. I'm actually gonna put the shotgun away for a sec. Just to give me a bit more inventory room. And then I'm going to swap. There we go. Oh, welcome back to the stream, Iram. Imbitable. I wonder if there's another handgun upgrade thing to find. Just do some classic Resident Evil. It's actually not that bad related to stream because I had like multiple full starts where I kept dying at the beginning. Quite embarrassing. Okay, let's see. I know. Yeah. Alright, so Aaron Batala says, I like how this prequel sets up a man before the action. Yeah. Yeah. It's probably the main issue with this game is it retreads way too much of Resident Evil remakes. Like what it does. There's no response. Okay. Who's got the battery? Alright. Like, it does do its own stuff, but yeah, it's just, it feels like a weird retelling, you know, an ad-lib of Resident Evil 1. But with this system. Wasn't this game originally only available as a dual pack with a remake on GameCube? I don't think so. But maybe I'm wrong about that. Because here's the thing, Resident Evil Remake came out before this.
Let's split up.
Roger.
And also, Resident Evil Remake, and I think this as well, were 2 disc games because of the GameCube's, like, smaller disc size. And I don't think Capcom would have split the releases up like that. Personally. That seems like a bad, like, sorry, they wouldn't split them up. Because A, you'd either be charging, what would you be charging? Like $100 to $120 to get both? Because I think the games would have been, you know, 40, like 60 at the time. Oh. I would not be surprised if there was a dual pack release of this on GameCube. But I don't think it was like only released that way. There's something there. There we go. I'm trying to remember actually. Oh yeah, the lift just goes there. The bridge has collapsed in the middle. God, that's very Silent Hill of you, Resident Evil.
Come on.
Roger.
You know, I did the whole handgun exchange thing, and it turns out I did not need to do it. Because where I'm going next is, Okay. So actually what I need to do is drop this. Give you this back. Give you that back. Give you this. And then... there we go. Now, I could be wrong. I feel like there's a boss fight coming up. How do we get here again? Okay, we gotta go up and then around. Oh, wow, they were 5 months apart. Yeah, that was a mistake. Like, that's way too quick for another Resident Evil release. Again, one that is arguably technically a mainline release. Like, you can't call it a spin-off like Dead Aim or Outbreak. As much as you don't need to play it for, like, to get the story. I don't think you can consider it a spin-off. But that was just the issue, Res Evil at the time. Is they were putting so many out. They oversaturated their own market. And then reviewers were like, oh, we don't like survival horror anymore because they're all the same. It's like, well, yeah, because Capcom puts fucking 10 of them out a year. Remember, they were also putting out Dino Crisis games, Clock Tower 3, and then Haunting Ground. Okay. I think it was best to fight there. I don't think I could have really got through that without getting, like, running back and forth. I probably would have got hit too many times. Yep, good job. I do have to try and be, like, a bit more careful with the shotgun ammo. The door is locked, but there doesn't seem to be a keyhole anywhere because outside of, like, and I think they come in drops of 6. Okay, we can't examine any of this. Ah, luckily... okay, they just put them in the right places for me. It looks like. I don't have to remember the order. Ah, there we go. I forgot about this. I don't know if anything that crazy, like, puzzle roomy happens in Resident Evil 1. I could be wrong. Okay, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not where the boss fight is. Like, the closest to that is the bit you drain to get to the lab. Yeah, Magical Scientific Cemetery Tower sounds all right. Here's the thing, though. If I had the ability to, I've said this many times, I would have the Resident Evil 1 mansion. I would have all the bullshit puzzles. Like, oh yeah, I'll have a door that opens if you put, like, this jewel in it. I'm dumb enough for that. See, it's locked, but there doesn't seem to be a keyhole anywhere. Okay, that I believe is a boss fight room, if I remember right. Oh, interesting. Okay. You know what? I'm not going to do that yet. Oh, I wouldn't have the lab. I just have the mansion. I'm just going to have a bit of a look around. Oh, this is very like Resident Evil 1 lead into the... Lead into the, I forget where it goes. It goes to like the outside where the guardhouse is. It's locked. Okay, so that's locked from the other side. Doesn't seem to be getting any power. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, we should have made a Resi 1 counter. You definitely could.
I'll go.
Okay.
Alright, let me check the inventory. Okay, that's all good. The thing is I feel like there's a boss fight in this room. It's locked, but there doesn't seem to be a kid. Oh, hang on. There we go. She came off the thing for some reason. I think we're near the end though, so I don't think it matters much. Oh no, we're not near the end. I think we're like halfway through. Yes, there is a boss fight here. Okay. But maybe it doesn't come up yet, though. There's an altar here. Despite Sword of Divinity, you can't help but sense something ominous about it. Yeah, no, there's a lot more to this game. Oh, hell yeah. See, look. But look, because I'm using the item box mod, I'll be okay. Because I can just get the grenade launcher out of storage. See, again, major fun with this. If you got to this point and were like, oh yeah, I don't have the stuff to do this boss fight, you'd have to load an old save. Alright, so I'm going to put this in storage. There we go. Okay. Just gonna put these down for now. While I sort this stuff out. We'll make a save. And remember, rotate your saves. Is the Magnum in this game is the best weapon? I think it's the best weapon you get on a normal playthrough, but there might be some more... I don't know if there's a rocket launcher you can... There might be stuff you can unlock in the Leech Hunter mode. Because, like, some of these games will have, you know, like, oh, here's a automatic weapon, here's infinite ammo weapon, stuff like that. This is a really good save room, Son, though. Okay. Yeah, the book's alive. Someone's looking for something here. Just want to examine some of the stuff here. But yeah, this shows you just like how high quality these pre-rendered backgrounds are. That in this HD version, like the text on this background thing here is totally readable. I don't know what it's saying, but it's Man Bat. Oh dear. This is not an easy fight. Okay, I've defeated an enemy by burning them. Oh no. Okay. Oh! Ow. I didn't know you could just leave. Okay, you know what? Sorry. As not only are you getting by smaller bats, but this large one attacking over. Using against this creature is the best option. But do I actually have to fight it, though? Can I just leave it? I assume I have to, but I don't know. Actually, okay, you know what, though? I'm going to reload the save.
Resident Evil 0.
And not take the shotgun. I'm instead going to take more grenade stuff with me. Still not scared to run into Man Bat in Arkham Knight. Yeah, that is one of the good ones. Okay, so take that. There we go. Exchange for that, why not? And yeah, I'll just leave the shotgun stuff there for now. I can come and organize that stuff once I'm done with the fight. I think you do have to fight it, though. Oh! Oh! Okay, let me check. Okay. Oh, there we go. Having ads in that fight is really mean. Hmm. Does he drop anything? Well, whatever. We beat it. Oh, okay. I'm gonna assume the only reason you could go back is your weapon setup. Yeah. But see, that's the problem with not having item boxes. Is you have to go back to wherever you kept the items. Whereas with the item box mod I have here, they're right here. Okay. That's, again, some people are like, oh, you know, you're ruining the game. Oh, it's the anti-fun way. And it's like, well... I'm having a hard time believing that. Oh, up we go. Because stuff like that, yeah. No, it's funny, because it does remind me of Code Veronica, that has multiple boss fights that you can just run away from. You don't have to... You don't have to fight. You could just leave. And it's fine. I think there's like at least 2 or 3 fights that you don't actually do. This area looks cool. Alright, got a red herb there. Iran Batava says, I did read somewhere that the lack of iron boxes was because it's part Shimiko side to make a harder RE experience compared to past entries. It's one of this game's weird designs. So, the reason why I would believe that is that originally Resident Evil 1, the item boxes were not going to be connected. And so what that meant... Oh, I can't carry it anymore. Okay, we'll have to come back for that. The door is now unlocked. And I forget which version. One of the versions has that mode where you can play Resident Evil 1 without linked iron boxes. I admittedly don't know how much involvement Shinji Mikami had in this. Probably the Wii version, since that's also the version with the one zombie. I didn't think the Wii added any extra modes. I don't recall hearing that it had extra modes. I'll have to look that up.
This way.
Okay.
But it's, yeah, I'll look up. I'll find out what version of Resident Evil 1 had that one item box mode. Because I don't know if it's remake or the original. It might even be something weird like the Saturn version, because the Saturn version has exclusive content. It's the one where, well, I know what forest. Oh, now we're in a lab. Okay, this is a thing that bothers me. How often there's like... You see this here? That on the wall there? That's got text on it. We can't examine and read that. That's bad design. Like, don't put stuff there if you can't read it. Or at least have some prompt that's like, oh, it's illegible. The bookshelf lies in total disarray. Someone was evidently looking for something here. Oh, okay. This is a save room. So there shouldn't be any enemies here. Oh, there is blood, though. We're not allowed to examine it, though. Okay, yeah. Here's the iron box. So we can put this away. Simple elevator chute for transporting items. Aha, it's this again. Okay. Let's have a look around this room more. Marcus Diary 2. This page has been torn out. Trouble is unlikely, but I closed my babies up in a special capsule. But it won't be safe if I hold on to it myself. I'll hide it in that place. To hide a leaf, put it in a forest. To open a capsule, the special stripping agent is necessary. No way Spencer's lackeys could figure out how to make it. Oh, you feel bad who played this, then played that one, got the bad name, Chris. Yeah. Okay, well, there's a zombie. I don't know if it's a zombie that actually wakes up, though. Okay, so that's somewhere we send someone up. I don't want to lose too much, but I don't like missing items in these rooms. Okay, so I went up the elevator. Hang on. Oh no, that's not where I am. I'm here. Am I here? Yes, I am. Okay. So there is some more stuff in here. I think... Okay, hang on. I can't see chat right now. I gotta check some stuff. Okay. On the chair next to the computer desk in the... Weird. Is it because I'm looking at the wrong floor? Oh, that's why. Okay, never mind. Sorry. Oh, yes, yeah. Resident Evil 1 Remake does have the multiple endings. The first time I played it, I had to actually look up how to... I didn't save Claire when I played as Chris. I messed up and had to... had to go back. No. Okay. I do want to do a little bit more. Yeah, we'll put this away. Oh, did I say Claire again? Sorry. I don't know why I have Claire on the brain all the time. But yeah, no. Yeah. I messed up. I think what it was is I was not playing with headphones, so I missed the part where she screams. Also, I think maybe when we streamed Resident Evil Deadly Silence, I might not have saved Rebecca. I can't remember. Or we didn't get... We didn't say Barry? Or something like that. No, we didn't get Barry. When we played Resident Evil Deadly Silence as Chris, we played in Rebirth mode where you get Rebecca no matter what. But when we played original mode as Jill, you have to do something very obscure to save Barry. It's the weirdest thing. You have to, like, wait for a rope to come back or something in one room.
I'll go alone.
Roger.
Which reminds me of, like, the way to get the best ending in Resident Evil 3 is random. Well, not random. It feels random. But it's obscure, where it's like, oh yeah, there's a bridge you have to jump off of. And it's like, well, why does that lead to Barry showing up? Okay, laboratory manager's diary. Today, under Director Marcus's orders, I changed the platform entry code. Later, I asked him what the source of the entry code was. He told me it was based on something significant in his children's growth. But the director's a loner. He isn't married, and he sure doesn't have any children. What did he mean? Resident 3 has played more since... Okay. That's fine, I'm just tagging it. Got the lab map. I'll have to play Resident Evil 3 again at some point and try the, like, different routes. There's a button. Press it, yes. I like the music freaked out there. Can he even get to us? I haven't... So, about the remake. I have played a tiny bit of Resident Evil 3 Remake. I played a demo, and when I was visiting my elder sister, I played a bit where it's like an area that's like overgrown with plants. But I only played like half an hour. I will stream at some point. But the general consensus I hear from fans is that the original is better in pretty much every aspect. Like, too much gets cut and messed with in that version. And, yeah, and also, like, Nemesis is weirdly got less going on with him than, the Tyrant does in Resident Evil 2 Remake, apparently. Like, he's way more scripted. It's weird. Okay. I'm not going to save quite yet. I'm going to put this away. And sort out these inventory items. I know you showed people wanting Nemesis to function like Mr. X. Well, yeah, because the way Mr. X / Tyrant works in Resident Evil 2 Remake, though again, I don't like calling it that because it isn't technically a remake, in my opinion. It's an adaptation. But he works how Nemesis worked in the original Resident Evil 3, more or less. So, yeah, I don't blame people for that. Okay, we're actually got a pretty big stack of Molotovs now. It's just a shame they kind of suck. Wait, hang on, let me pick this up. Like I said, I'm not going to save quite yet. I'm going to go to a few more of the rooms that are available. No, exchange. There we go. Exchange. Yeah, I'm just going to check out the last 2 rooms there. Oh, okay. I've got some more gasoline. I'll sort that out in a bit. At some point, I do need to go back to the manor because I left... there's a room in the basement that's got shotgun ammo and 3 stacks of handgun ammo. But there's a better point to go back at to do that. Yeah, take the shotgun ammo. Asshole. Oh, wow, that put me in a caution. Leech Grove Records, February the 3rd, 1978. Administered T into 4 leeches. Their will to survive leads them first to parasitism and predation, then they breed and multiply. Such a single-minded biology makes them attractive candidates for bioweapon research. Afterwards, no major changes observed. 7 days since the administration of T, rapid growth to double form of size, signs of transformation emerging, spawning successful. They double their numbers in 1 hour. The fucking way the text is highlighted in red here. I wonder what numbers are important. But their ravenous appetites lead them to cannibalism. Hastened to increase food supply, but lost 2. Provided them with live feed, but lost half when the live food fought back. However, the leeches are learning from experiencing and are beginning to exhibit group attack behavior. They are also ceasing cannibalism. Their evolution is exceeding expectations. The leeches no longer exhibit individual behavior. Even when not feeding, they move as a collective. They consume everything I offer with remarkable efficiency. An employee has stumbled onto my experiments. Can a human be a food source? How will the leeches respond? Why does anyone work for me? A day worthy of commemoration. Today they began to mimic me. Surely they recognize their father. Wonderful children. Oh, I'll take you away. Oh, now we know what children he was talking about. It appears to be a device for pumping gas into the room next door. Oh yeah, there's a red canister there. That's something Claire can interact with. You know what? I wonder if I could get them both up here at the same time because of the item box. Oh, well, here we go. This is straight up how you would send stuff down to her. But I've already put the stuff in the item box, so I don't need to. Oh, I hate that. Hate it when it doesn't work. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, am I in danger? Yes, I am. Alright. Oh, found a note. Investigators report. Dr. Marcus, co-founder with President Spencer of the Umbrella Corporation, disappeared 20 years ago. The results of his research have been kept under wraps the entire time. The reason became clear here at the training facility run by Dr. Marcus. Well, not here exactly, but underground. When we ventured below, we understood. Where we found the evidence of Dr. Marcus's research into the T-virus prototype called Progenitor, the evidence of years of hideous experiments that used company employees as guinea pigs. We cannot know how many were forced to become subjects, but based on the evidence, no less than 20 individuals were involved. Some of them were taken deliberately to keep the corporation's secret safe. Where the Doctor is now, I don't know, but considering the recent rapid growth of Umbrella Corporation, I can't help but think that this research is continuing. Yes. His experiment lives and continues to grow in the dark. Those fins, the fruit of his research, they fill this facility. The rest of the notebook pages are missing. 20 years ago, okay. Some kind of mysterious fin on the operating table. Yep. Looks like some kind of chemical. Yeah, that's a thing for Rebecca to do. This door is decorated with bus and Marcus. There's a space for some kind of object. Oh, hello. Don't mind if I do. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the save room. And then I'm going to bring Claire up. And then I think that'll be it for today. Because the whole puzzle there is just to give her the grapple hook and bring her up. Yes, yes. Oh, I said Claire again, didn't I? I still don't know why I'm saying that. Rebecca. Do you know what? Considering she's barely in this game, you're barely playing as her. It's why I keep forgetting about her. Again, unless they force you to use Rebecca, you don't use her. There we go. So yeah, so the intended puzzle here is you're supposed to send the grapple hook down there. And mainly we could have just brought Rebecca with us straight away. I'm not going to do it yet. I think next time there's stuff in this room above us with the leech guy. But I'm going to probably do that next time. Because I think I'm going to have to take the leech guy out to do that. Okay, so that's the mod. The convenient that the iron box is part of Type. That's how this mod works. Because without it, there's no item boxes, you know? But again, it fits in so naturally. Like, it doesn't feel like we've really changed much. Because the game works, it fits in so naturally that you could believe that at some point in development there were going to be item boxes, and they were mostly going to be in the rooms that they put the typewriters in. Maybe not like all of them, but most of them, you know? Look at that, 17 ink. And that, again, they have to give you that many ink ribbons because, again, you could leave them all over the place. It would be a nightmare. So they have to give you that many. So every time you find a save thing, there's a couple of ink ribbons there. Oh. That being said, I'm having fun. As much as, like, the issues this has, it's still classic Resident Evil. You know? And a lot of the stuff that makes this era Resident Evil great is still here. Okay, yeah, so next time I've got to go into this room here. I'm gonna probably... I think I'm gonna have to fight and take out that leech guy. I've had really bad luck with doing that so far. But we're gonna have to do it. I might actually have to go back down at some point because I did open something with the switch, but I'm not sure what it is. there's some puzzle here where Rebecca has to make a chemical thing, and I think the intent is that you're supposed to use that little dumbwaiter and send items up and down. But we might end up, because we're using this mod, we might end up just skipping that entirely. Okay, I just want to check something quick. I did save, didn't I? Yes. Let me just look what the save file says. I'm not going to save, yeah. Machine room 18. I've got 16 left. Alright. Let me swap over here. I'll get that. Actually, no, you know what? Let me quickly quit game. There we go. So yeah. I think this was the episode where the more glaring issues this game has start to come up. Where if we weren't using the item box, stuff like that bat fight and how often you have to juggle items around and fuddle with them on the floor, like that stuff was really evident this one. Now that instead of... It's a weird thing. The train is like perfect because it's smaller scale. This mechanic... This mechanic would make more sense in a level-based game. But this is a very big map. The thing we haven't seen yet is that at a later point, they actually unlock a way that lets you travel back to like the main parts of the game. And they have to do that because obviously you can leave items behind. And you don't want to have the player just run all the way back the way they came. That's not fun. So a lot of the design of this game is we created the problem that item boxes no longer exist, and now we have to come up with all these weird workarounds that kind of compromise the story and the design and the enjoyment to fix the problem we created instead of just... But at the same time, you know, I can't fault for them trying an experimental thing. I just wish from the get-go they had included both. Because the idea of being able to drop items anywhere and pick them up later, I think that's something that fans had mentioned and asked for. The predicate, though, was that they wanted both systems in one game. Thankfully, this mod allows us to have that. Alright, so I'll be streaming on Saturday. I actually don't know what I'm going to stream yet. So keep an eye out on my Twitter. We'll either play more of this or I'll do something special. And I do like to do something special on Saturdays. But we'll see. If we do something special, I'll be back Tuesday with more Resident Evil 0 here. And then we'll take things from there. Alright. Well, I'm wrapping up. I believe, if I've timed this right... Yes, Bad Gamer Hall of Fame is about to start. They're actually playing Resident Evil 6 right now. Funny that. It's almost like I planned it. Ha ha ha. But yeah. Going from single-player co-op Resident Evil to co-op Resident Evil. So we'll get that ready. But yeah, I'll be back Saturday. And yes, I will figure something out what I'm doing. I might end up doing a PlayStation 1 grab bag, but I might wait. There's a game I want to borrow from one of my sisters that I might try and get a hold of before I do the next episode. But we'll see. We'll see. Check my Twitter at Johnny Baghead. I'll mention what I'm going to do on Saturday when I know. But I hope you enjoyed the show. I was your host, Johnny Baghead. And yeah, have a good one. Bye! Oh yeah, I've got to end the stream. Chick.